Hello and welcome back. Today's tutorial is a double Z fold card. Now there's no dies needed to make the card. I've used an embossing folder, but you can leave that white blank. You don't have, so this card can be made with just your scoring board and your cutter. So let's get started. You will need two pieces of 10 inches by 7 inches. 1 and 2. You will also need two pieces that are 10 inches by 2 inches. Okay, and then for each piece you're going to pop it onto your scorer just here, and we're going to score at the 5-inch line and the 7.5. You do that on both big pieces, and you do exactly the same on these two pieces. So 5.5 and 7.5. Okay, any big scorer will work as long as you can get even the 8x8 would work if you had the 8x8 scorer. So the mats, well, I've only done the one layer for each, but you can do a mat and a layer if you like. But this size is, you need 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Just one of those, because this one's going to sit over that one in a little bit. And then you need 4. 1, 2, 3, and this one I'm going to do on camera with you so you can see it all done with the inks. These are 6 3/4 by 2 1/4, and you need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now for these ones, move those out of the way. For these ones, you will need two pieces of 4 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. And then you will need 4, because there's two pieces, so you need 4 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. I will put all the measurements down in the description box. Okay, so now we need to pop this card over to this one, which will make a double gatefold like that. But then once we've put these pieces on, it will then turn into a Z fold. Like that. So one at the top and then one at the bottom. But first things first is we take our Kalau glue. Now I've used a 300 GSM backing card. You don't have to. You could use a 250 because we're going to use Kalau, so it's all going to sit and strengthen up. The cardstock for this is, again, it's 300, so it's a very thick card, this one. But again, you don't have to. Anything in your stash honestly will work. I think this is ice blue, and it's from Lime Tree Craft. So just glue all over the back. Glue all over the back. We're just going to line it up to our score line this side. Just like so. Give it a good press down. Fold in our gatefold, so we know we haven't gone too far over our score line on this side. Oh, there we go. We haven't gone too far over on our score line, which we haven't. And then we also stand it up to make sure it's all straight. All our measurements in. There we go. Back out. There we go. I'm getting used to the controls. So now we need to do this panel. So I'm going to pop this to one side just to dry. And then I have taken distressed oxide, and this is broken china. It's a Ranger, and it's Tim Holtz. So then what I've done is, once I've cut my card, I've also then used, where did I put it? I've also used Sam Calcott's Made a Surprise Garden Hedge 3D embossing folder, and it's beautiful. It is one of the prettier ones, and I use it often. I'll pop that back away so I know where it is for next time. In fact, it doesn't go back in the storage box. It stays out because honestly I use it all the time. Let me just rearrange my camera just a little bit. There we go. So now I've embossed this And on my Gemini, it's just the base plate and the plastic shim, because it's a thick 3D embossing folder. So if you use any other plate, you're probably going to break your Gemini. But look at that, look how lovely that is. Very deep embossing. So we're going to take our broken china and the brush that goes with it, because this is the colour for it. Ink it up. We're just going to tap it on the side. In fact, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Just tap some excess off, and I'm just off the paper catching the edge and the corner. It's not a squidge. We don't want to squidge because you're going to break your brush if you do that. It's just very light over the top till we get this, and then I'm going to go all around the edge. And your brush will pick up quite a lot of this ink. The distressed oxides are brilliant for blending, making your own inks up if you need a different colour. So you can put two colours together. And that's why I work on a glass mat as well, because then you can blend really well. Spray water if you need to. And there we go, just like that. See, we've got our lovely inking done there. So put that back to one side, put the brush back in, because there's lots of ink still on the brush, and I don't want that to go on anything else. So I'm just going to turn that over so you can't see there. Messy bits in a bit. Oh no, too far. See, told you, getting used to it. So we'll bring our card back, and we're going to pop that back onto that one, just there. So some cloud on the back, must fill it up because I'm getting low. You don't need to put loads because it's going to squidge out the edges. And we're going to pop that on just there. There we go. That's nice and down. Lid on, always lid on. In fact, we need to go a little bit over that away. There we go. So now I've got equal border the whole way round, and just give that a minute to adhere. But so far, this is our card. Looking pretty. Nice and blues to go with some blue tulips that I done on the last video. Got some lovely blue. I was a little bit worried that the blue and the blue would mingle together, but I don't think it. I think that looks all right. And then we got this blue ones. So we've got a mixture over there. And the video of that colouring is already up on the YouTube channel. So now what we do here is we're going to glue this long edge to there. You can flip it over so you know where you're going to. Put a little pencil mark if you need to. I don't even know a pencil. There we go. Little pencil mark just there. Bring that down because we just want the edge to there. So I know I can put glue all in that part and then flip it over, and it's going to stick to there. Just like that. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Oh, I must fill this up. I think I've been telling myself that for the last 3 or 4 tutorials. Okay, so let me bring you into shot. Right up to the edge, and then make sure you are at the edge on the top there, which we are. Just a little bit of pressure, just to hold that in place. There we go. Bring that over, there we go, like that. And make sure that is all straight along your edges there, which it is. And then what we're going to do is on this piece, this last piece, we're going to basically put glue on this piece, and then we're going to place it at the top of here, just there, just like that. But making sure we don't go across this score line that's here, because if we go past the score line, See, if I put that past the score line there for you, that's not going to fold. So only up to that score line. Okay, so, oh, we've come off this edge now. There we go, pop that back on. There we go. That's that bit. I'm going to fold this piece back. Just put some glue on there. I really should have warmed my room up a little bit because the clay works better at room temperature, at a slightly warmer temperature than my room is. So we're coming over to there, down to there. Just let that grab a little bit, and that's our first piece on. Okay, see, first piece on. So again, I'm just going to hold that there just a minute. Wait for that cloud just to grab, and then the next piece, this piece, goes the opposite way. So we know this long piece goes to this side, and then this piece is at the bottom there. So it goes kind of like that. Oh, it could, yeah, it's that way. So it goes, well, we'll soon know when we fold it up. So right now I need to mark where I need my glue to go. So just following the score line, move that up just a little bit to there. And then it's that way. And so it's this way now. Because that's going to go to there and that's going to fit onto there. So I'm just going to put glue on this side. Glue on there. And then onto, oh, sorry about that. My phone pinged again. Popular girl today. Oh gosh. And then glue on this side. Glue on there. Bring you into shot. And then that piece goes down onto there. But again, we don't want that on the score line. Must stay off the score line. But down, so it's straight along the bottom here. And then we fold that one down to there, and this one's going to fold to there. It will go down, it will go down. It just needs a little bit of persuading the first time. There we go. And there is our stand-up cut. Oh, that's a great view from the top. Now you could go a little bit further and put some pieces of card into here and have things coming off, same as up here, and you could have them coming downwards, but that's for another video, that's another tutorial. Right now we're going for the double Z fold. Hope this is explained well. Please tell me if it's not, or if you've got a question. I will answer as much as I can when I can. I do have kids to look after as well, but I will get back to you ASAP, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.